I still hear her mother's voice, sharp, cold, decisive, as the security guards closed in on me. "You were always the weak one." She said it like she'd been rehearsing it for years. My wife stood beside her, eyes dry, arms folded, already rewriting our marriage as a mistake she'd corrected. Her father slid the termination papers across the glass table without meeting my eyes. 10 years of my life reduced to 2 pages and a shrug. They thought firing me would be the end of me. They were wrong. I met her in a conference hallway. She'd dropped her pen. I picked it up. Cliché as it gets. What hooked me wasn't the smile. It was the ambition hiding behind it, sharp and bright. We talked about building things together, legacy, stability, a family business reborn. For a while, we made a good team. Late nights, shared notebooks, whispered dreams under desk lamps. I trusted her because she looked me in the eye when she said, "I want us to grow this together." Funny how easily trust can be weaponized. The first sign was silence. She stopped asking about my day, stopped bringing her work home, stopped leaving her phone face up. I noticed the change, but I kept moving, kept pushing the company forward. You don't assume betrayal from the person who sleeps 3 inches from you. Then came the board meeting I wasn't invited to. Then the financial documents I wasn't given. Then the whispered conversations between her and her father that stopped the second I walked into a room. The final proof arrived in the form of a message I was never meant to see. Her father asking, "Is he ready to sign the transfer? He won't fight?" Her response, "He won't see it coming." She was right about one thing. I didn't see it coming. But once I did, I didn't let them see what came next. I didn't confront her. I didn't slam doors or shout. Chaos satisfies emotion. I needed results. So I played the role. The tired husband, the trusting partner, the man too buried in operations to notice signatures being shuffled in front of him. They thought I was folding. I was documenting. Every meeting, every message, every irregular board vote. I met with attorneys, quiet ones, the kind who worked in offices above laundromats and understood the art of patience. My revenge didn't start with fury. It started with a calm breath and a pen. When they fired me, they assumed the shares I'd signed years ago, a symbolic gesture back then, had reverted to the family trust. They were half right. The papers had my signature, but the filing never went through. A clerical error, the kind people overlook when they underestimate someone. So yes, they took my salary, my position, my marriage, but they left me the one thing they should have guarded with their lives: ownership. I washed cars for 6 weeks. The humiliation didn't sting. It clarified. Every time the sponge hit metal, I imagined the moment they'd realize what they'd left in my hands, what their carelessness was worth. The day the client recognized my name, everything snapped into focus. He said it casually, "You know those shares are still yours, right?" I laughed, assuming he was mistaken. Then he showed me the registry. 5.7 billion. My knees didn't buckle, my hands didn't shake, but the keys did slip from my fingers. For the first time in months, I let myself feel something close to wonder, and then I felt purpose. I walked back into the same boardroom they'd exiled me from. No guards this time. The receptionist didn't stop me. My access had never been removed. Another oversight. They were mid-meeting. My wife froze first. Her father second. Her mother last, lips tightening like she'd bitten into something sour. I placed the registry on the table. Calm, precise. "I'm not here for the job," I said. "I'm here for what's mine." Her father grabbed the papers, his face drained. My wife whispered, This can't be right." But it was. Every percentage, every vote, every dollar flowing upward into a company they had built on my back was still legally in my name. "I'm the majority owner," I said. Effective immediately, all three of you are relieved of your positions. Her mother finally broke composure. You can't do this. I looked her in the same eyes that called me weak. I already did. I didn't celebrate. I didn't gloat. I walked out of that building the same way I had been escorted out months earlier. Same hallway, same elevator, same glass doors. Only this time, I wasn't leaving something behind. I was reclaiming it. People think revenge is loud, screaming, destruction, chaos. But revenge, real revenge, is quiet. A signature they forgot to file. A detail they failed to check. A man they thought they'd broken. Weakness doesn't survive betrayal, but clarity does. And in the end, that was all I needed.